What's going on, YouTube? It's James from Fantasy Battle Report. Got another battle report for you today. It's Michigan GT round number 2. I had to think about that for a second. Round number 2, guys. What's going on? So, if you guys caught my first game I ended up playing Evershade Gaming. I ended up getting 1 win on him. I got a 13-7. So basically, that will leave me. First off, that leaves me undefeated against the Detroit, Michigan guys, the Detroit 9th age group, even though Tolmir's part of that group now, and I'm pretty sure Tolmir can fuck me up. But besides that, getting into game 2 against Mr. Andrew Ratman. This is the first time I played either Ratman, because there's 2 Ratman brothers that come and play. There's a couple pairs of brothers. There's the Ratman brothers, there's the Navarez brothers, and there's the Silva brothers. I'm trying to think of any other brother duos out there, but playing Andrew here. It's the first time I ever played him, but the one thing is this game is actually very interesting because it's playing a different type of scenario, which I do appreciate, and I do appreciate not only that, but my next opponent is playing a different type of army that is homebrew army, which is kind of cool. At this tournament they do have these additional scenarios, and I found it fun, a little bit more exciting because they're new to me. They're new armies, they're new scenarios, stuff like that. I do have a major complaint, though, coming up right now. Let's go over what I have, let's go over what he has, and basically let's go over this game. First off, I got King Koopa. King Koopa is my fat bastard on top of a gargantua spider on the chicken rock, the space rock, coast to coast. Anyways, and if anybody knows why I started calling the chicken rock the space rock, please put it in the comments down below. It's a fun story. I know Len does for sure because Len was there. Anyways, got this over here. I got my BGKs. BGKs are 24 Goblins with bows, Tomahawks, Relentless Banner, BSB, and the Baxter the Pyromaniac. I actually like this picture a lot of Baxter the Pyromaniac. It's got a good picture of him. Bazooka, not so much. Bazooka's facing the wrong damn direction. But, oh, did I get something on my game? Nope. Okay. Playing a phone game now at the same time making this battle report. Anyways, I got my cave trolls. I got 6 of them. These guys are actually kind of interesting for this matchup. And then over here I got my Dread's Iron Legion, which is 23 Iron Orcs with my General War Boss Dread Iron Tooth. I got my 5 dogs, I got my cave pack, and then not in this picture, I got my Feral Orc Ed Bashers, and that's about it. Now for my opponent, let's go. I have to open up his list real quick. While I'm doing that, though, I'm going to go ahead and show you this picture here. This is the deployment. It is Dominion, and the Dominion, we basically get quarters. We get 25% of the map. Now, how to win the scenario, okay? The scenario, you have to have, it's similar to Breakthrough. Basically, in Breakthrough, you have to get in each corner, and, oh, this guy doesn't even have a freaking list up on this. Oh, well, I'll have to deal with it. So it's like I said, it's similar to Breakthrough. Whereas if I were to go on the opposite side of the map on my opponent's deployment, I'm going to earn 3 points. Okay, if I go into any of the deployments that are not mine or his, I'll earn 2 points, and if I stay in mine, I earn 1 point. Basically, the point is you got to get as many units to other point areas to earn points. Whoever has the most points out of the both of us wins the scenario. All right. So that's interesting. Like I said, it's very interesting. Now, my opponent did win the roll-off, and I don't have it. Like I said, I don't have his list. So I'm going to show you a picture here. Ignore the fact that my terrain's all up on there, the board. But basically, he puts me in the bottom left corner. Now, if you look at the bottom left corner, there's a building there, there's ruins there, and there's a water terrain there. So it really kind of puts me in a shitty situation where I'm stuck in this corner with 3 unfavorable terrains. As for my magic, I got Flaming Swords, Pyro Flow, Fireball, and Bring the Pain. It's a close combat spells because it's a close combat army that I'm basically dealing with. And for my opponent, he has, or by the way, my Wizard Crown, I ended up getting the Know Thy Enemy. My opponent, he has Healing Waters, Breath of the Lady, Summer Growth, and the Rod of Battle. Alright, and Stone Skin, of course. Now, basically, what I ended up doing was I ended up dropping everything in my corner first. This was a mistake, and I'm going to go ahead and put a disclaimer out there right now. Knowing what I know now, I would have deployed differently. knowing what I would have known now. Now you have a 10-inch bubble from the center of the table, which is that token. That 10-inch bubble, you can't deploy anything there either. So basically there's going to be a 20-inch gap between me and my opponent. My deployment, probably pretty poor. I think that I was trying to do it where my trolls can go around the building and probably potentially flank him if he's focused on the big block of savages. Don't know really how this would have went either way. I'm not really fond of my deployment, period. That's what I have to say. My major complaint, it has nothing to do with my opponent. It has everything to do with my deployment. I think by deployment, I already lost the match. I put my goblins on the left side because I figured I could just walk into that objective and just hold that objective. He's going to be so far away. Basically, my goblins will earn me 2 points on the left side. And then I was hoping to get the trolls around. I don't really know what my plan was for the Black Orcs. Black Orcs are a little too slow, but it puts me where it puts me. My opponent, though, this is a blurry picture, but my opponent has 2 Dukes on Pegasus or Griffins. Well, Griffins, I want to say they are. So one of them has the Divine Judgment, Basalt Infusion, whatever that is, the Virtue of whatever combo, the Super Duke, basically. The other one has a cannonball, and I mean a cannonball. Every wound does D3 plus 1 wounds. That is ridiculous. So both of them are built to kill Koopa. Okay, both of them are built to kill Koopa. Now he has Grail Knights and he has 2 Knights Aspirant units, and then he has 2 Scorpions, and then he has some Peg Knights and 1 unit of Yeoman. Okay, so it's pretty nasty. Turn 1, Orcs and Goblins. Orcs and Goblins, turn 1, as you can see. I try to move the trolls up fast, like I said. I'm trying to get into that flank, like I said. The pegs are in his way, so he basically can't even see me at the moment. I don't think he could charge, unless he charges the... No, I just don't think he can see me right now. Forest Goblins are going to just try to get in the crack. I couldn't really maneuver the Forest Goblins anywhere because... I want to get rid of those Scorpions. I want to get rid of those Scorpions because they're going to shoot the crap out of Koopa. Alright? They're strength 6, D3 wounds. They're nasty. Alright? Are they D3 plus 1 wounds? Are they strength 7? I don't know. They have something nice with them. Kept the K-Pack there just to kind of threaten ranges. I moved my dogs all the way on the right side. And basically I left the Savages in the center trying to hold the center. And then my Black Orcs are trying to get around. I think I actually reformed the Savages... or the Black Orcs, sorry, to face where the Savages are. So if I get in trouble in that way, they'll be able to kind of help out. And then the Goblins walked into there. Magic got a 7 on the Flux. Go ahead and I do a bunch of Fire Magic, and it does absolutely nothing because he is fucking Knights. Let's go into turn 1. Kingdom of Equittaine. Kingdom of Equittaine, turn 1. Basically, this is how the table looks. Like I said, he doesn't really move too much. He just basically threatens ranges. The pegs, though, the pegs are so fucking annoying. They will hop from one side of the building to the other side of the building in between all my shit, and there's nothing I can do about it. Can't see them with my Black Orcs. Can't see them with my Trolls. Can't do shit, and they're threatening my BSB's bunker. Alright? Over here, he ends up moving his Yemen Outriders in front of my dogs, which he was just going to shoot me, which he does. And then his Cannonball Lord is sitting right there by that frickin' fence, waiting for Koopa. I think it's like an 18-inch gap, so if I fail charge, he's going to charge me, and I'm basically dead, or vice versa. It's a risk. It's a risky charge. Don't really like the position I'm in. Magic, he got a 4 on the Flux. Goes ahead and he puts up Stone Skin on these guys. And that's it. Shooting, he's going to shoot both Scorpions into Koopa. And they both fail to wound or hit. It's going to start off turn 2. Orcs and Goblins. Orcs and Goblins, turn number 2. So I had to get real tricky with the Goblins. Because I understand he's threatening me with the Pegasus. So both Goblins, Baxter and Bazooka, bail on the unit, walk outside of his line of sight. Baxter's actually still in his line of sight, but he has nowhere to land because I'm so close to the Black Orcs. He has to get the front flank, there's nowhere to actually land, and he can't even get into my tip. Alright, go ahead and I turn the Common Goblins on the left around to start shooting into the Peg Knights. I'm going to try to do Pyro into the Peg Knights, and I'm trying to shoot them with the freaking Forest Goblins and Bazooka. Alright. Like I said, my Black Orcs are just basically just standing in the middle. I really am chaffed up. I can't move much in my own deployment. I'm kind of jammed in the situation I'm in. I'm really jammed. And, yeah. Koopa backs up. I really contemplated moving Koopa forward or charging the other knight unit. But if I'm stuck, then I'm going to just lose to a charge. And it really does suck. I really wanted... He has no BSB in his army, so I really wanted to charge one of those night bricks and just hope he tears off, but he doesn't. My dogs actually lived, and my dogs are just walking around the Yemen, but I failed the leadership check for the march, so I basically am just kind of moving over 9 inches, and that's about it. My savages move over, giving K-Pack some room, and basically that's how the table looks. Magic, nothing fucking happened. Let's go to turn 2. And shooting, nothing fucking happened. I tried to shoot the damn Peg Knights and nothing happened. Turn 2. Kingdom of Equittaine. Kingdom of Equittaine, turn 2. He's going to charge his regular Knights Aspirants into the Trolls, which I'm thinking, okay, this could go good. But then his Hippogriffin Lord is going to charge into the Trolls as well, and they both connect. Magic, he got a 3 on the Flux. I go ahead and I use my, what is that called? The Scroll to get rid of his Stone Skin, but he ends up doing, I can't tell what that is. I can't tell if that's Breath of the Lady or what. It doesn't really matter. Over here he shoots it to my dogs, kills off 2 of the dogs. Dogs panic and run. Over here, close combat, he goes ahead and he kills 3 trolls. He does a total of 8 wounds. Or no, 8, 6, 9, 11 wounds. 11 wounds with his general. The general has the frickin' divine assault, divine whatever, judgment, all this stuff. Does a bunch of wounds. Frickin' Hippogriff does a bunch of wounds. His knights do a bunch of wounds. And they also had impact hits, because they have the impact hit banner. And I'm waiting for that shy ambulance to go by. So he does impact hits. He hits me with the frickin' Lord. He hits me with all the knights. He does 11 fucking wounds that I did not regenerate. Okay, because I could have he probably did like 19 wounds or 20 wounds, but I didn't do shit, man. I frickin' regenerated enough to keep 3 there. I'm gonna go ahead and puke, and I frickin' flub on my rolls of pukes. I kill 1 fucking knight. 1 fucking knight. And not only that, he doesn't chase me though. I run away. He doesn't chase me. I think he just left it there. It's going to start off turn 3. Orcs and Goblins. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. My Trolls rally. Okay. Koopa actually retreats and comes back this way because the Peg Knights are freaking flying behind my Black Orcs, and I just kind of want to threaten his Peg Knights with Koopa. Didn't really have much other say with that. It's a really shitty spot. If he hits my Trolls... How's this work? Yeah, if he hits... basically, I'm thinking if he gets in with his Knights, his Peg Knights, or his Hippogriffin Lord, and I hold on a stubborn check, I could just countercharge with Koopa, and that would be nice. But it really puts me in this pincered spot because I'm stuck in this corner. I'm stuck behind a building. I'm stuck in this fucking corner, and it sucks. Alright. Shooting. I ended up doing 1 fucking wound. Yay! Alright. And that's about it. So start off turn 3. Turn 3, Kingdom of Equittaine. He's going to go ahead and charge. Now, unfortunately, there was 1 too many body of savages. If there was 1 less, he couldn't see me here. But he's going to charge me in the flank with these knights. Okay, that sucks. He's going to charge me in the front with these knights. Both of them, the Grail Knights and the Knights Aspirin. And he's going to charge my rear with the damn Pegasi. And he gets in with all of them. God fucking damn. Oh, actually, he didn't get the one with the flank in. Okay. Magic, he gets a 5 on the Flux, goes in and does a Rotted Battle, and he does the Oaken Throne. That's all I really let through. And before I swing, he basically kills out of, let me see how many are in this right here. We got a 5x5, that's 25, 20, 26 guys. He leaves me with 5 left. Okay, so he leaves me with 5 left. He's trying to overrun into my Baxter, right, with the Pegasus. He put it where they're overlapping more on that side, and if he overruns, he's going to hit Baxter. Basically, even though right now, currently, he's grinded me down to the point where it's like only the 5 guys left, he would have to shift over, and he wouldn't be able to overrun into Baxter. But before I even thought of that, because I didn't pull the bodies off right away, what I ended up doing is I just ended up swinging into the freaking Pegasi, and I'm just like, fuck this, I'm going to kill the Pegasi. So I go ahead and I do literally like 14, 15 wounds. He armor saves a shit ton, but I only end up killing off. No, I didn't do 14 or 15 wounds. I only did the 4 wounds apparently. So I probably did like 7 or 8 wounds maybe, and then he saved enough where 1 Pegasi is alive. I'm gonna break. I'm gonna run, and he chases me with the Pegasi this way, which puts him in range of Koopa. But basically everything else is just kind of where it is. And he's gonna flee. He's gonna flee. And my black orcs are facing the wrong way. My black orcs are facing where the trolls are, so I don't even see what happened. Yeah. And it's going to start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn number 4. Orcs and Goblins turn number 4. Trolls go into the damn knights up there with the impact hits. My black orcs turn around, and Koopa charges the Pegasus? Is that what happened? I can't tell. Pegasus ran that way, though. Not sure. Not sure why the Pegasus ran that way. I'm totally lost on that. Unless my black orcs are facing the right direction. Anyways, Pegasus runs that way. I think he should have ran up towards the building. Didn't really catch on to that. Don't know why that happened. We'll figure it out later. Or it doesn't really matter. And then... That's basically how it looks. Bazooka is chilling. I don't know if you see him. He's chilling between the Grail Knights and the Hippogriffin Lord. He doesn't see me. Baxter walks behind Koopa because Baxter could be blocked by line of sight by Koopa, and he can't charge Baxter. And this is all that really happens. Magic got whatever number that fucking is. Doesn't really matter. There goes a second shy ambulance. Trolls get eaten. Even though I charged him, I only did 1 wound. And he beats me by ranks and banners, and fucking Trolls run away. Trolls were in general leadership range, by the way, and Baxter's leadership for the reroll. They still ran away. It's going to be turn 4, Kingdom of Equittaine. Kingdom of Equittaine, turn 4. He charges the Grail Knights into Koopa. That's going to happen. He charges the other Knights into my Common Goblins. That's going to happen. He's going to get in like so. And then Magic, he got a 5 on the Flux. Now, he really... I ended up bring the pain on his Grail Knights in case he did charge Koopa, which I was looking forward to. Well, he goes ahead and he swings first, and he gets 18 hits, I want to say it was. And out of the 18 hits, I'm already doing the math. I'm like, on average he does 9 wounds, but if I get lucky he does 7 wounds, and I actually get to swing back and kill a bunch. So, basically what ends up happening is he goes ahead and he swings, he gets 18 hits. I'm thinking like, okay, I'm going to kill a couple back, or I might actually win this combat if I could kill enough back because I have AP7 weapon. Well, he does exactly 8 wounds. Exactly 8 fucking wounds. And at that point, I just call the game. I'm like, you know what? This game's just horseshit. I was in a bad situation from deployment, and Koopa's dead. I really don't have any say. Right now, he's running around me in circles. I can't do shit. And not only that, but in his magic phase, he brought back the Pegasuses that were dead. So I haven't done shit. I have done 0 fucking wounds to his army. 0 fucking wounds to his army. That mattered. I haven't killed the goddamn thing. All I have left is Black Orcs and 2 characters running around. I quit. I actually quit. There's no point. To me, there was no point. He's not going to charge me. He's actually going to run away from me, and we already talked about that too. He's actually just going to run away. He's like, there's no point in me even bothering with the Black Orcs because he already won. He has the objective. I can't get the objective. He has killed enough points for me not to do much. I probably could have got like maybe a point or 2, but I'm like, it's going to be a nasty game. It was ugly. I'm not going to lie. It was ugly. Nothing against Andrew. Andrew was a great guy. I actually appreciated playing him. He's a very knowledgeable player, which is good. And I think it was just a really shitty spot to be put in. And I told him this up and down. He knows I complained about it the whole time, like the frickin' being stuck in this corner. Going back, I'm going to show you back the first picture of my deployment. I think my better option would have been, instead of trying to face to the right of the house and to the north of the house, what I should have done was just back up and put myself in a diagonal. Putting myself in a small diagonal would have gave me at least the option of the Black Orcs covering the Savages and the Savages covering the Black Orcs. Still being able to run the Trolls around if I wanted to, and still keeping Koopa where he could go around. But basically, this deployment really limited me. I couldn't even poke my head out with Koopa because I was getting threatened to charge right away. He's already on halfway through the table. with the 24 inches. So his knights being movement 8 and some of them being movement 10, movement 10 on big monsters, there's not much room for Koopa to move. And I think my better bet would have been probably to put Koopa on the left side to try to go around the flank instead of the trolls. But it was really just yeah, this game went really fast. The dogs running and failing the march check, I wanted them to pass the march check so I could kind of cover Koopa's chaff, and basically just, if I'm going to fight just the Lord and chaff the unit. But once the dogs ran away, it really put me in a shitty spot there too. It just, yeah, it was an ass kicking. But live and learn. If I ever get up to this scenario again, it'll be totally different. Not only that did I play a totally different scenario and deployment, my next opponent, Todd McGee, is playing a brand new army that I've never played before, the Asklander army. Holy shit. This game is actually kind of fun. So as you can see, this is the picture for the next game. And it's kind of interesting that my phone pulled up a picture like that. It's like a fisheye almost. But the Asklander army, this is going to be very fun. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy it next time. The points are rolling up, which it should just say 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. But in all honesty, the Savages killed off a couple Pegasi, even though they restored. Trolls killed off a couple Knights, even though they restored. And that was it. And I think Baxter did a wound, or the BGKs did a wound. That was it. So I'm going to count those points because they did get points, but they really should just be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 as I get knocked down into one of the bottom tables in the next round. Alright guys, that's all I got for you. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it. Not really, not this game. Yeah, looking forward to the next video. MVP is nobody because everybody sucked this game. I'm not giving anybody an MVP award. And not only that, if you guys do like my videos and would like to show further support, you can always go to my Patreon. I leave the link down below. And until next time, take care and peace.